We are at the Aquatic Center of St. Vrain discussing pool safety with Larry Benz of Associated Pool Builders Incorporated. Larry, how long have you been working on swimming pools?
Well, Mark, I started in 1976, and so it's been a while. My business partner right now started about 4 years after I did, so we've been in the business a long time. Came to Colorado here to expand our area, so I've been in Colorado since 1984, and we do about half of our work from here north, and then they meet from our North Dakota office. They meet about halfway and work from there.
That sounds great. So tell me a little bit about the building codes and how they impact pool safety, what type of things that the codes do to protect us around swimming pools.
Sure. Our most recent code is the Model Aquatic Health Code. That was probably about 10 years ago or so. The CDC started it, and they had a collaborative effort between builders, designers, of course the local and state health departments, and also aquatic professionals, which was a very good idea to bring them into the mix. They came up with these guidelines that affected design, construction, and then management and operation. So it covered a wide range of what we needed to have as guidelines to follow. It is strictly guidelines until they decide to adopt it for a local health department or a state. Once they adopt it, of course, then it becomes into law. We see that referenced more in the design and construction than we probably have of any of the other codes. The Pool and Hot Tub Alliance also has guidelines that can be adopted, and that affects mostly just the operation and the ongoing maintenance of them, and not so much the design and construction.
So Larry, I understand you work directly with Brian Swizzler with the St. Vrain School District to put together such a nice building and pool for the people of St. Vrain.
We did, and it was great working with Brian. We had some input on the design, just talking with a aquatic designer that we're familiar with. Also the installation of all these safety guidelines we have to follow now, because it's all buried in concrete someday, and we have to make sure that we have a safe pool. So with our experience with the Model Aquatic Health Code, which we refer to as the MAC code,
okay.
With that and our experience with that, and us seeing it so much now with the health departments, as I mentioned, we do know how to properly do that, so we have a perfectly safe pool when it's all finished and filled with water.
Brian, welcome. Thank you for joining us for this. Tell us a little bit about what this pool means to the community in St. Vrain.
Yeah, sure thing. Well, thanks for having me. Well, this is the first pool in St. Vrain of our very own. So what this means is it gives our athletes an opportunity to have the swim practices they need and the competitions they need to be, successful student athletes.
What we have here is a permanently mounted ADA lift that will handle up to 300 pounds of weight. We have a set of steps into the pool, which, as you can see, the leading edge of each step has a contrasting color tile, and they are also a consistent height with each other. So as you're going down in the pool, you see them, you know not to dive in this area. Anything less than 5 feet of water has a no diving sign, so that you're not to jump from the deck into the pool. The deeper we get, of course, we can dive off from the deck after 5 feet. At that 5-foot break, our transition and our slope can get down to a 1 to 3, so we can drop 1 foot of depth in every 3-foot length. That is also marked by a contrasting color, and when it's not set up for competition with these race lanes in, there'll be a divider rope and a float across there to keep anybody from going past that point where it gets slippery on that transition down into the deep end.
This is our on-deck shower area here at the Aquatic Center. We have 2 shower options, as you can see. One that is for standing option. Another one over here is for accessible needs, which includes a transfer bench, as well as a handle that is at the accessible height to fit the needs of somebody that is using the transfer bench. Sure. So we have a certified pool operator whose responsibility is to maintain and treat the water. The system is monitored through the BEC system, through our BAS, That way they can see real-time information about the chemicals in the pool. And it's also then monitored by our certified pool operator and our coaches by taking tests every day.
Thank you again for joining us for Building Safety Month, Week 4, water safety, pool safety in and around the pool. And thank you to everyone in the St. Vrain School District for allowing us to take part in looking at how the pool is affecting water safety, accessibility, and affecting the building codes that make this a safe environment for us to live and play in. Don't forget to answer the Week 4 questions to be registered for the Week 4 drawing for 2 passes to Elitch Gardens Water Park and Amusement Park. Thank you for joining us, and we appreciate you being with us.